welcome to another episode of Learn with Lily Jack. Today we are going to go over part 2 of our series on sleeper sofa mechanisms and mattresses and how to specify the sofa that you want to be able to incorporate the type of mechanism and mattress that your client wants to have in their property. So we're going to go out to the factory and start to show you exactly what you need to know. Let's go. So we are looking at the most popular kind of workhorse as far as a sleeper sofa, mattress, mechanism combo. This is the Leggett Platt 3500 Classic Plus. This is for commercial use, and we source this unit both in the U.S. and when we manufacture overseas. They also have manufacturing over there, and you can source the pieces there. It's great to work with, and have been using it for 20 years. So I wanted to show you today, this is kind of the most economical of the options of a mattress, mechanism, sleeper sofa combo. This is their mechanism as well as their classic mattress. This is, I believe, 5.5 inches when it crowns out. Yep. And it has a foil spring in it as well as a little bit of a quilted top. And it can be specified either reversible or non-reversible. This one is non-reversible, which obviously brings the cost down a little bit more. You can do it reversible and it will be a little bit more. The main thing I want to point out when it comes to showing you this mechanism and mattress is what you need to think about when you're specifying and taking your original design of the style of sofa that you want and making sure it can work with the mechanism that goes with it. So there's some things that you have to take into consideration. One is the cavity that holds the mattress once it gets pushed in. So I want to show you how it works. And in this situation, you're just going to push it. You're going to push the bar down. And then you're going to lift it. I'm going to show you the actual cavity that the mattress needs to go into. And as it goes in, you can see it starts to curl up. So that back mattress curls up into the back cavity. I want to just point out that there is a minimum clearance for that cavity, and that minimum clearance is 8 inches. And that is going to allow that to come in and out very easily. It will not damage the mattress over time, and you need that 8-inch cavity. So the other thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need the frame. So there's 1 inch of a wood frame substrate at the back. There's the 8 inches of cavity. And then we need another 1-inch frame on the inside to create the interior pitch. So you're already at 10 inches. Now, in this particular sample, this is a tight back, but it's for a loose cushion application. So it's very thin. We're only using webbing on the inside of the frame, and we're only using about 1 inch of padding. And the reason we do that is so that we can give ourselves the depth we need for the back cushion and the overall seat depth. It's important because many times clients will send us the specifications for a loose back cushion sofa, but it was originally designed not to have a sleeper. So when you add the sleeper in, you need to take what is in the original specification of that sofa and you need to add to it for that cavity. And it usually adds 2 to 4 inches onto the back depth. So you just kind of need to take that into consideration for that back cushion and for it to be really comfortable. So in doing that, you've got your 8 inches, your 1 inch, your 1 inch, your 10. You add webbing and you add foam, a minimum of 1 inch. You're at 11. And then you have your nice back cushion that's a little bit more plush that usually dimensions out to about 7 or 8 inches. And then you have your 22-inch seat depth. So the sofa can grow upwards of about 40 to about 40 or 42 inches of overall depth. The other thing that you need to be aware of with specifying the mechanism is the clearance on the width. So again, in this sample, the client actually decided to reduce the overall width of the sofa so that they did not have this extra space here. Now, we did put springs underneath so we could try to get a similar sit to what's in the mechanism, but sometimes it's a little bit different. A lot of times you want to have your sofa work a little bit tighter with the mechanism. This is a queen sleeper. And there are some other manufacturers out there that do make kings. Leggett Platt does not. They go to the queen, which is pretty standard in the industry. The other thing that you need to be aware of is the front clearance. So in order for the sofa mechanism to be pulled out and for the legs to keep it supported and for it to be at the right height, as well as for it to cover the mechanism and for you to not see it from underneath, you need a clearance here at the frame at 10 inches. And you need a little bit of padding on top of that, a little bit of foam there. So we usually say about 10 or 11 inches here, and that can include your leg. But the taller you go on your leg, the smaller we have to make what we call the deck, because you want a nice seat cushion that's going to be anywhere between an overall seat height of 18 to 19, and your seat cushion you want between 6 and 7 inches. So in order to get all that dimension out, we have to take this 11 inches, 10 really, that we need to cover the mechanism in consideration. Then we have, let's say, a 2-inch leg that puts us at 12, and we have a 6-inch cushion that gets us to an 18-inch seat height. So it's really important when you're taking that original design to look at it, and if you don't have the specifications for all the different manufacturers that are doing the mechanisms, and you're not sure which one to select, you can always call your manufacturer and ask them which one they recommend for the style of sofa that you're choosing, or you can go through it at the time that you're developing the sample or the production and the shop drawing. So wanted to just show everybody kind of visually what it looks like, and wanted to be able to explain that you need to consider the width clearance, the depth clearance, and also the cavity at the back, and to consider whether you're going to have back cushions or if you're going to have a tight back. Then you need to allow for that on your footprint and on your floor plan, because I know a lot of guest rooms have a smaller area to be able to put the sofa, and in that case, you probably want to maybe reselect to a tight back sofa and something that's a little bit more slim in the back so you can reduce your overall depth. So I hope that was helpful. Please comment below if you have any questions. Stay tuned until next time. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy, and we'll see you soon.